World of Warcraft Dragonflight has been out for 2 months now, and it is already a massive step up from Shadowlands. And I thought to myself, I'd like to do something a little bit different on this channel, a little bit kooky. So I thought I'd make a World of Warcraft video. Now, I generally don't play World of Warcraft, but my friend got me back into it. And this expansion absolutely blew me away with how much of a step up it was from BFA, because I played Shadowlands very little because I wasn't really intrigued in the whole story of it, if that makes sense. But BFA was kind of shitty, in my opinion. The leveling experience was really shitty. But Dragonflight has shown a lot of promise, and I thought I would give my thoughts today on how much I'm liking Dragonflight, what I don't like about it. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. So the main feature in Dragonflight that a lot of people have been excited for is actually dragonflying. Now, I was a little bit skeptical of this whole new system on how you ride dragons and stuff, and I didn't really think it was going to be a new system other than just, hey, it's mount riding, but you get to ride a dragon and, you know, maybe he does cool stuff. But I was absolutely blown away at how much different it is from regular mount flying. It also complements the aesthetic of the Dragon Isles very well, because the Dragon Isles is a very vast and expansive world, and the dragon flying legitimately makes it feel a lot larger than it is, because you get to see cool sights, you get to explore. And I'm a big exploration guy when it comes to MMORPGs, because I like the exploration, I like the roleplay, I like the exploration, I like, you know, just going around seeing if I can find any cool hidden stuff, you know, stuff like that. And it was a very fresh experience, if that makes sense, because, you know, what BFA and Shadowlands lacked was the fact that there wasn't really like there was sort of exploration in it, but like it didn't really feel like I wanted to explore it. But like with the Dragon Isles, dragonflying gives me a full incentive on, like, I want to explore the Dragon Isles and, you know, find glyphs that are around the map and find mining spots, because my main character is a warrior, so I'm getting my blacksmithing up. So yeah. And another thing I wanted to get into that actually is a huge plus for me is the fact that they've made professions relevant again, only in endgame, because, you know, they haven't, like, if you're leveling and you try to get blacksmithing up, it's kind of useless. I'll get into leveling in a minute, but the professions actually have a purpose now. They actually have, you can craft your own endgame gear, which I think is really cool if you don't want to go the traditional mythic, just spam mythic dungeons and get gear that way, which I'm all about, because, like, part of me just wants to explore the Dragon Isles and get used to, you know, the whole aspect of, hey, there's like these new ores you can mine, go mine them, and while you're doing that, explore. It feels like an actual MMO again, if that makes sense, with the combination of exploration, professions, dragon flying. It just feels all very traditional MMO-ish, if that makes sense. Now, of course, with every good thing, there does come its downsides, and my downside for Dragonflight is the new player / leveling experience. To me, it is probably the worst leveling experience I've had out of my entire time playing WoW. I started off in Legion, so Legion BFA, because BFA was even a little bit better because it had you go chronologically through all of the expansions. But this one, it just feels so boring, because like, you can choose what you do, but each zone has like a slower or faster leveling speed. So basically, because if you're a speed leveler, you're an altaholic like me, you want to do leveling as fast as possible because you want to see what that class does, you want to see what their skills are like. And they try to kind of remedy it by letting you pick which one, but that kind of just makes it very counterintuitive, because, you know, you're obviously going to pick, like, for example, Legion and or the BFA storyline is the fastest leveling experience, and I think that they need to do a massive overhaul. And the fact that they added professions back in and made them more relevant again kind of makes it useless to do it in leveling, which I think that they should bring professions, the importance of professions, into leveling, so that way it brings a whole new aspect of an incentive to stop and mine stuff and get your mining up and stuff as you level, and it keeps the game fresh as you're leveling. But with Dragonflight, it tells the new player this is your class, you pick your class, and then just grind through quests. That's it. There's no professions, there's nothing extra that you can do that maybe give you an extra level besides maybe world quests and BFA, but other than that, it's just a very poor leveling experience in my opinion, and that's why it's a con in my opinion. Now we're getting to the meat and potatoes. My favorite part of the newest expansion, Dragonflight, is the world PvP, the revamp that they did. Not really a revamp, they added like a currency that you can get from basically beating the shit out of Horde and or Alliance players if you're on the opposite faction, which I'm personally a fan of because I've always loved world PvP. But in the past, they've kind of made it seem like PvP is like optional. There's no really like incentive. If you want to do it, then go ahead, and which has drawn a lot of players out of it because there's not really a reason to do it besides being a massive dickhead and ganking low level players like I do. And the new system I'm talking about is the bloody token system, where as you kill players from the opposite faction in world PvP and you do raids and stuff like raiding South Shore, raiding all these different zones, you get a currency called bloody tokens, I believe that they're called, and you can use those bloody tokens to, you know, redeem stuff for like in the shop. Like they actually have it to where, if I'm not mistaken, I got this from Nixium. He basically said that you can exchange them for shop mounts, which I'm not sure if that's entirely 100% true, but that's awesome because it's allowing players to get stuff that's in the shop, but they have to like grind for it and work for it, because the way, because like if you buy something from the shop, they're automatically going to know that you got it in the shop and it's not going to feel as significant. But if you grinded for it and you earned it through the bloody token system, then that makes the game a whole lot more enjoyable, because it gives you a reason to go into the general chat and be like, hey, fuck the Horde or fuck the Alliance, let's go and raid one of their cities because they're a bunch of punk bitches. And it just makes the community aspect of the game a lot better, and I just love the community. And in MMORPGs, that's one of the main reasons why I play them. And also, they do need to revamp the work order system a little bit, because nobody's using it, because all you have to do is just go into general chat and be like, hey, does anybody have this certain piece of gear that they can make for me and stuff like that. So they don't really have like a very solid work system, because when I first found out about the work system, the work order system, I was actually super excited because it gives players, you know, it gives it that more of that community aspect that I feel WoW lost a long time ago because of the lack of professions and stuff like that, making the game a lot more isolative and, you know, kind of keep to yourself type experience until endgame, but it makes leveling a lot more enjoyable. But they definitely need to fix that system. That was kind of a little thing that I wanted to kind of include in there. Now, you guys may be wondering, well, what about endgame? Like, are the raids good and stuff like that? And my honest answer is I actually have no idea, because I haven't raided. I know I'm a filthy casual. I've never done a single raid before. And I know that's going to discredit this entire video because I've never raided before, but I'm more of a PvP player. That's just where my head's at, because to me it feels more rewarding to go over to an enemy base in world PvP facing against NPCs that can potentially kill you, on top of real players, which makes the experience a lot more better. But anyways, I'm not going to be including a lot of PvP stuff, and I'm not going to be including a lot of raiding stuff in my video, in my New World of Warcraft videos and stuff like that, just to, you know, keep things simple, keep things to my liking, and so on. So guys, that was my honest first thoughts on Dragonflight. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys want to see more videos like this, please turn on post notifications. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Did you guys hate this video? Did you guys love it? Did you guys wish that I would go back to playing Skyrim or Elder Scrolls Online because I don't know nothing about World of Warcraft and I'm just a filthy casual? Let me know in the comments. I love hearing you guys, you know, give your feedback on the videos and how I can make them better. So I will see you guys later.